These are parties.
But I've seen her to be passed. And then I'll go there.
Dear butter
for so long. Look,
dear butter. We will butter for content.
Don't leave me.
Hi guys, welcome to our channel. If you're a regular here, then you kind of know, our age group. We're in our early 30s. Biological clock is something that we can't ignore. And now we've got into the place where I think people are proactively trying to have kids. People are proactively trying to have their second babies, third babies. Yeah. So we actually wanted to talk about the process of conception, first of all, and just generally around pregnancy. The stuff that you can anticipate or the things that probably you didn't know. Even as we've learned a few things. So I wanted to take the girls through some myths and facts that I found online.
Okay.
Around pregnancy. No, around conception.
Okay.
But I wanted you guys to tell me whether you think this is a myth or a fact.
So I guess this is relevant to the topic because you tried for BBS and now.
Oh yes.
BBS is upon us.
Exactly.
Okay.
Let me explain. Okay. My personal situation is my firstborn I did not try. She was just brought to me. For my secondborn, we actively tried. Yeah.
Okay.
So which is why.
May I ask what made you and she get to the decision for this is the time for us to have a second child?
Okay.
Yeah. What made you feel comfortable enough to say, good, let's try for a baby?
This is time.
Yeah.
This is the time.
Yeah.
I think that the initial feeling, maybe as you'd understand that initial feeling that not everyone gets this, by the way, but there's this feeling of after you've had a child for I'm never doing this again because you're a bit traumatized by the process.
Yeah.
I remember my feeling. I remember experiencing Ivy's feeling of by the way, fuck this, I'll never do this again. So that feeling had kind of subsided.
Okay.
I wasn't scared anymore, and then I was
Shaz is
also
5, so
yes, I was also very keen not to have a very big gap.
Okay.
Currently, the gap is 5 years, which even in my mind I was feeling was a really big gap. And I even told these guys, Lonzi, I think you're gonna told if I turn 32 and I'm not pregnant, well, that's that.
That really stressed my life.
Yeah, she
like, this
because for me.
Yeah.
She's like, you can't say that. Yeah, and well, as it happened, I got pregnant around the time I turned 32. Yeah, got turned 32 this year.
So you want to Chaz to get a sibling also?
Yes, I'm an only child, so and my child is very extroverted, and I love seeing Ivy's girls together. Yeah, I wanted to have a sibling. I was telling Ivy I'm fascinated by just siblings. Because I'm an only child.
His siblings are her neighbors, her cousins.
Yeah,
us,
my friends.
And facts already. It's a competition.
The first one is you have until 40 before it starts to get a bit iffy. In terms of trying to have a child. Do you think that is a myth or a fact?
It's a myth.
It's a myth? Do you think it's...
Why I say myth is because I feel like with medicine today, women who are older are actually being able to conceive and to have children.
Right.
That's why I'm saying it's a myth.
Yeah. Do you think you?
Shit, yeah. No, that Lorna said myth. I'm
trying to get it
because I know people have gotten pregnant when they're older. However, these older pregnancies that doctors horribly dub geriatric pregnancy.
Hate that word.
The older you get, the more you see now people getting like twins or whatever. It gets murky, but yeah, I think it's a fact. I think it's a fact.
Or that we have until around 40.
Then it gets harder. Okay. You can still get the baby.
Okay.
What's that?
All right. So the answer is it's actually a myth, but not for the reasons that Lonzi has said. It's actually, in fact, this is what OBGYN, someone in Canada says, in fact, your fertility starts to fall precipitously at 27 or 28, and by 35, it's iffy. So you don't have until 40, and they actually have said, it even starts with the most dangerous myth that women, the most dangerous myth is that women think they have until 40. It starts to dip around 27. That's what they're saying.
27, are you even ready to have your first? Oh my god, 27 when was I? God,
That's just shocking.
that's shocking.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I have no time to get pregnant tomorrow, guys.
Thank you guys. I'm sorry to do this. What? But according to the American Society of Reproductive Medicine, by age 40, a woman's chances of getting pregnant are less than 5% per cycle. Per cycle. There are many factors.
5.
Yeah. There are many factors, including alcohol, caffeine, and nicotine consumption, as well as conditions such as endometriosis, polycystic ovarian syndrome that affect your fertility. So on top of just generally your age being a problem, there's all these other things.
Okay.
This is a random one, but
Okay.
vitamin D deficiency can affect your fertility.
Like dick or?
I am the one, the way your son don't need
Hey, someone is really trying to make that baby. What is happening? I think the one from the
The
sun
actual vitamin D.
Okay.
Yeah.
can the lack of it.
Yeah, can affect your fertility. What you think?
I would say yes. It's a
Yes,
fact because
Okay.
you know things like sun gazing. You know, the sun is a source of energy for a lot of things on Earth, and in fact, don't eat too much salt so that you can.
So that you can't really eat a lot of salt. So that you can,
No. Okay, so that you don't block your pineal gland, so that your body can accept the rays of the sun. Yeah,
Okay,
and
okay.
nourish you and your brain and stuff.
Okay. Okay.
But yes, I will say it's a fact.
I would say it's also a fact, just for
Yeah.
the importance of vitamin D, even when you have like newborns, the way you're
Yeah.
extracted.
Yeah.
You put them in the sun between this time and this time every day without fail. So I think hey, kuna kitu hapo kwa
There
hiyo
must be
vitamin D.
something.
Kuna kitu.
Yeah, and they say it's a fact.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are we getting points? I have 2.
Competition if I'm breathing.
Another one. Having an orgasm helps your body to absorb the sperm.
Hey,
Me.
me, Mama.
Yeah.
If all women got pregnant because of an orgasm, women don't get orgasms.
I think only 20% of women have ever experienced orgasm.
Women don't get orgasms. West behind the camera there is shocked. They don't get them.
Yeah.
They fake it.
And they're saying it's a theory that an orgasm helps pull the sperm up because of the contractions that happen when you're having an orgasm.
Yeah.
I guess that's why. Yeah. All right. Lastly, if you're trying to get pregnant, have sex when you ovulate. When you're ovulating on day 14.
Fact.
If you're trying to get pregnant, you should have sex on day 14.
Only.
Which is ideally
On day 14?
That's the ideal.
I would say fact fix. That's the ideal.
Okay.
Myth, come on, myth. Me and you when I conceived, like I think I was spotting that day, like or
And you are not in your
I think it's a myth. I don't know. I think that's a myth.
And Lonzi, what do you think?
I would just say a fact.
You think it's a fact?
Yeah.
Okay. So what they're saying is it's a myth. They're saying you should start early, around day 11, before.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I'd say the specific day.
Yeah, they say
Yeah,
day 14.
Okay.
Yeah, and the reason is they're saying start having sex a few days before ovulation, around day 14. Sperm are pretty patient and determined, and the winning dude will hang out in your cervix for 72 hours to be ready for the descending egg.
Wow.
So start early and just keep at it, is what they're saying.
Okay. Like
Yeah.
sperm bank in your actual body.
Yes. And then just look at chilling.
Imagine. Okay, fishes.
But I also read that
Persistence,
it's not just semen that nourishes the sperm. Even your juices
What do you mean?
also help nourish the sperm.
What do you mean nourish?
To...
Or like feed it and get it strong to go attack it.
Yeah. So that's why I believe that it can be there for days. Because
Okay.
I mean, if, as long as
Of course, 100%. That's a fact. Behind every great sperm. Because
They still the woman.
They're still the woman.
there's still the woman.
Of course. I dig that.
Even around the one thing the man is supposed to be doing
I
for
dig
this
that.
process.
It's the woman. Whereas you fed your sperm. Okay, I like that, Lorna.
Alright.
I'll put that on a t-shirt.
still around conception. I think my friends probably know just from our conversations in our WhatsApp group, the process of trying to have a baby is not as simple or straightforward as maybe somebody would assume. Yeah. You know, again, back to your 20s, when you were not trying to have a child, you were basically, let me not say you, we in our 20s, we've told you guys very many times, we were having a good old time. Okay? We were probably not eating as well as we were supposed to. We were probably partying a bit more than we were supposed to.
But this was a very hostile environment.
Exactly.
I don't even know how many would have survived this. You know, like hostile.
That's what I'm trying to get at. That's what I'm trying to get at. But right now, when you hear, or rather when you read about people trying to have babies, you see some women even stop drinking, stop smoking, you get your food right, yeah, it's a bit different. And I was talking to a friend of ours, actually I was speaking to Anish. During my process of trying to get pregnant, she's the one I was speaking to, because I think she's the only other person that I know who has purposely tried to have a child.
Anish.
Hi Anish. Yeah. So I was just talking to her about her experience trying to have her second born, yeah? And a few things came up that I wanted to mention to you guys and get your thoughts. And the first one is something that even I experienced, and it's impossible not to stress. It's a very stressful situation. How, you may ask, don't you just need to have some sex?
Tell us.
It's not the same. The sex is not the same. It's like you're having sex with a goal.
Sex with a purpose.
And the purpose isn't to come. Or to, you know, the bills are paid. I got a new job. Happy birthday.
I don't know.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, I think even just as the woman or as the recipient of the sperm or as the person who's supposed to get pregnant, it's way more stressful on a chick. Sometimes you wonder if your body is okay. And that's another point that actually somebody told me is you even start to wonder whether your irresponsible behavior in your 20s could have messed your body up. And what I mean by this is if you are taking P2, if you're popping P2s like Smarties, you start to wonder, could this have affected my fertility? You count days, you're literally counting days, hoping not to get a period.
So your period tracker comes in handy.
Exactly. And that's actually another point. That's another point.
Oh, okay.
You find yourself downloading some apps for counting days, so that you make sure that you're basically having sex around the time you're supposed to.
Day 11, between day 11 and day 14,
Exactly.
not even know.
Yeah.
No, I'm not trying, but I am not.
It's okay if you are.
What I can say, based on my experience now as Shikie's friend while she was going through this, is if you're a friend of someone who's trying to get pregnant, don't constantly ask them. I remember there's a point I actually said, okay, you know what, I can see how much this is stressing you and I'm just going to stop asking.
Yeah.
So I waited for her to say, by the way, we are pregnant. That constantly is going, how are you feeling? Like, what the fuck? You're just adding to her stress.
Yeah.
So just wait for the person to be ready and tell you, by the way. Yeah. And even a friend to open up and say, by the way, we are trying to be pregnant. That's a very brave thing.
Yeah.
Because you're opening up a lot of...
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because you've put it out there.
Yeah.
And it may not happen.
Yeah.
Which even takes me to another point. Something that also we don't consider often is, yes, you may get pregnant, but getting pregnant does not mean you will have the baby. That's another thing that I think we disregard quite a bit. We focus so much on, I am trying to get pregnant, and you forget, yes, you can conceive the baby, but you don't know. You don't know whether you make it to the end. Especially the first couple of months are so stressful. Like with this particular pregnancy, my first trimester, I was so stressed. You don't want to tell people because you don't know.
Yeah, and I had there's a statistic. I could be wrong. Okay, it's I was told it's actually like 50%. The number is that high, like of people who actually have miscarriages. Like not, it's as high as 50%, like 50-50 chance.
But
Your baby could stick, your baby could not stick.
It's very, we need to normalize discussing miscarriages.
It's not
because
that
it's very normal,
yeah.
doesn't mean your caste, doesn't mean something wrong. It's very normal.
Yeah.
It's very normal.
Something wrong.
Yes, and we have a lot of people having rainbow babies who are born after, like, maybe you lost the baby before that, like a miscarriage or something.
They're called rainbow
Rainbow
babies.
babies. And there are so many. And
The first thing I thought was LGBTQ plus, and I'm like, rainbow baby.
Yeah. Men, especially, or women, when you hear someone telling you that you wait until the third month to say that you're actually pregnant, it's for a reason.
Yeah.
It's not to be dramatic.
Yeah, it's not being dramatic. You're not trying to hide. It's because you don't know if this baby will actually stick.
Yeah.
Another point is this, I feel, is such an African thing. I feel like it's a very African problem. You could be trying and trying and trying, and in your mind as a lady, this is something I was also told by somebody, in your mind as a woman, you might be suspecting there could be something wrong with your husband or the man that you're trying to have a child with. But how do you say it? How do you tell him maybe you're the problem? Especially if your communication between you and your partner is not like that.
It's not really like that.
Yeah.
How do you have that conversation?
Doesn't mean my conversation will be easy because our communication is on point.
Yeah.
But
It's actually about your If the communication is there, it's quite easy. But most African homes, the man is the.
How dare you?
Like, how dare you? How can you say that?
Let's say I think of cultures where, for example, arranged marriage still happens.
Yeah.
You've met this person for the first time, wedding night, 1 year later you still don't have a child. And probably it's the man with the problem. But you can't say. You can't say.
The other point that Lorna brought out is conception can be expensive.
That's why every time, that's what she said, when she said they have twins, that's why every time I went to the doctor, the first question is twins, yes. Are they natural? IVF is actually something that a lot of mothers are,
I seen a billboard for IVF on Forest Road.
Wow.
And I was like, I think people on Professor Wangari Maathai Road.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I've seen a whole billboard and I was like, it must be a big deal. There must be a lot of people trying to conceive and they're just trying, you know?
I'm happy there are billboards because I think people would do it with money but silently, in secret, you're hiding it.
Yeah.
You know? But I'm glad that it's coming out that there are opportunities for you if you're trying to have a baby. I like that very, very much.
This is true.
Yeah.
This is true. Yeah. Oh, wow.
And also surrogacy. It can still be your egg, his sperm. And it'll still be your child. It'll still be your child, but you just have to pay back the child.
Exactly.
Which is also still expensive.
Where do you even get 500 G's to get a baby? Like,
You find it. Let me tell you. When the need for that child is there, imagine you find that 500 G's.
And then it's not guaranteed.
It's not guaranteed. It's not guaranteed.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's super guaranteed. You get the triplets or twins or whatever.
Yeah.
4 kids, 6.
It's an interesting gamble.
It is. It really is.
Yeah. It
Yeah.
might be like that's why it's for the rich. Because now if you have 6 kids, what are you going to do?
That's
why it's
where we're told
priced.
in Africa God provides.
All the children come
Yeah.
please.
And even when I see it, I used to hate that line. I used to hate it so much. It's true, but nowadays I see it.
Yeah.
Okay.
My kids have never lacked.
Yeah.
Even at times when you're dying, you're crying in the toilet. Like my kids have not lacked.
They would sleep hungry.
Yes,
They would
yeah.
sleep hungry.
Okay.
Hashtag blessed. Gosh.
Amen.
Yeah. Another very African one that I would never have thought about is remember I was telling you about how these relationships where probably you're in a situation where you can't quite talk to your husband and whatnot.
Yeah.
Women just go and get pregnant by another man and come and tell their husbands that you're the one who got me pregnant. Because you might think there's an issue with your husband but you can't tell him.
You can't tell him.
So you just go and find a child outside.
It's good you've mentioned that point because it added another dimension to what I always thought. I always thought women are cheating, just like when I used to hear those days I used to panda matatu on my Nakageni, there was always women having other men's children. But then I always thought maybe if the chick was just tired and was cheating, and I don't know why I never thought maybe she's not getting kids from this guy.
But you can't tell him.
But you can't tell him, so you just go and get pregnant and you come and say it's yours, man. Wow.
Where do you learn this? Is it your mother who tells you?
I really want to know your
When
friends.
you get
Yeah,
it?
but I'm sure family has a lot to do with it. I'm sure mothers and aunties have something to do with it.
Yeah, because maybe you're having conversations and you're being told, wait, you need to give him a child, and you're like, I've been trying.
If it's a guy who just gongas you when you open your mouth, what the fuck are you supposed to do?
That's true.
Man, that's sad.
If you know somebody who is trying, or if you're somebody who is trying, and then be kind to yourself, first of all. Be kind to the person, be patient. Like, it's a process. I would say, I don't know.
For me, I would tell guys, young women, check your sexual and reproductive health regularly. Don't be surprised when you want to have a baby that something
You don't have
going
a
on.
uterus.
You don't have a uterus. Or if you even feel like something is going on with your body, get checked. It's a very simple thing. A doctor's appointment that will probably save you a lot of headache and a lot of heartache later on.
Yeah.
So take care of your body, take care of your wellness.
I like that you said that because I have so many DMs from young girls asking me what contraceptive they should use. And my answer is always the same. Please see a doctor. What worked for me is not what may work for you. Your situation might be different. So exactly what I was saying. There's these things that you're supposed to do every year. Go for a pap smear. You don't have to wait until you're dying of a yeast infection to go and see a doctor. Just go, make sure, know your situation. Let me not say make sure things are fine. Know your situation.
Know your situation.
For me, I would just say what pisses me off is there are people struggling, very good people struggling to have children. Yes, there are people who are just loose mannered, who just can't stop getting pregnant, and it's just one of the paradoxes of life that the life pisses me the fuck off. Really?
Don't just get pregnant out of pressure.
That's
another thing.
Be sure, like they are motivated who you're getting pregnant with it.
Also nice.
Hey, my friends.
Hey, and children, don't
Pick the
save
father very
relationships.
Yeah, don't get pregnant to save your relationship.
Don't get pregnant to save your relationship.
Yeah. That's not fair to the child. That child needs to ask to be born into that. Guys, follow us on the socials. You remember very well, just Ivy.
Yeah.
Miss Tiramisu. Lonzi Michelle. Julia in absentia. Julia, we miss you.
Yeah.
Where is Julia today? Oh, she's dealing with her business. She's making money.
Yeah.
Making money, but she'll be here for the next episode. Thank you so much. Remember to like, subscribe, share. Ciao.
See you next time.
Over 25, subscribe.